Hello, Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. It's your turn for me. I can finally read for you for the full moon in Libra. That's coming around the 19th, but this reading will be for the second half of April as well. I'll be using the Initiatory Tarot of the Golden Dawn, one of my favorite decks. You can see how worn the box is. Then I have my Vera Sibilla cards and the runes I'll cast at the end of the reading. So how are we going to do this reading? I'm spreading it in a full moon. It's the full moon spread, I call it. And I'll use this deck. And typically between the two moons, there is the new moon, and we know that the new moon augurs in new projects, new beginnings, new ideas, and new love, actually, sometimes. And on the other hand, the full moon eclipses things, hides things, puts an end to things, makes us release, tells us it's time to release things when we cut off extra old branches, as they say in Italian. So this reading will be about releasing, and we'll see how that will work. Now, as I lay the cards, I'm going to lay the cards and then I'll show you the cards, and I'll be reading their position, what that position means, and exact for you what it signifies. Very, 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 very interesting. All right, let me show you the cards. The first card is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Then we have the Five of Cups. Then we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands. Aquarius, then I have the King of Coins. The Seven of Swords, and the Chariot. Now, what do these positions mean? What do these cards mean? The first card is a card that tells you, what have I created? What have I manifested? What have I created since the new moon? And that is the beginning of the notion of love, the beginning of the sensation, the perspective, the acceptance of what it means, what love means. It's fallen on the ground. All right, now, the second card signifies where I am now. Where are you now, Aquarius? And I have this Five of Cups, and this Five of Cups, as you can see, almost, even though the image is not that eloquent, but it does talk about not knowing exactly what is it about this crazy feeling and about the emotions that I feel towards others and towards even situations. What is it that I'm not understanding, that I'm not accepting? And that's where you are now. There are emotions that are very difficult for you to understand, Aquarius. Then the next card talks about what is coming to you. What is coming to you? And we have this Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands are burdens, and they are to be expected in the second half of the month of April, but we're going to clarify that with the Vera Sibilla cards. Then we have a card that talks about what no longer serves you, Aquarius. What can you release? What is to be released? And this is the King of Coins. This could signify, but I will clarify, it could signify an earth sign. The earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and what is the other sign? What is the other earth sign? What is the other earth sign? Capricorn. And this may be a person who is not an air sign, an earth sign that you need to release. Or it could mean, and most likely this is what I'm looking at, is releasing the notion that your work, your livelihood, actually money, has a value for you that is not serving you any longer in this time frame. Then we have a card that signifies how to release what it gives you a suggestion as to how you can release it. And the Seven of Swords comes up. The Seven of Swords is a card that talks of animosity. A Seven of Swords does talk about struggling against someone. And that is one way of releasing. You can create, okay, typically, I'll give you an example. Everything is going so well and you are sopified. I think that's, I don't know if that's a word, but you are, just adapting to a situation that's really makes you unhappy, but you thinking to yourself, well, maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. And then all of a sudden, you start getting angry at yourself, getting angry at your partner, getting angry at everything, and you create a fight. You create a discussion, and that needs to be emerged. That needs to emerge. That needs to be brought out in the open. Then the last card talks about what other resources you have available to you that will help you release. And not by chance, this Chariot came out. Other resources mean that you have the decision to leave. You have the decision to move. You have the decision to go forward and go down your own path and your own soul journey. Now let's take these Vera Sibilla cards and see what they can add to some of these areas, some of the cards. And first I'll start with Where Am I? This Five of Cups, where you're not understanding certain parts of your emotion, certain aspects of your emotion. Okay. Then what is coming toward you? This nine, this burdensome Nine of Wands. Take a look at that. Then I'd like to look at both what is to be released, this King of Coins, and also how to release it, this Seven of Swords, this animosity. Let's see. Okay, now, where are you? Where are you? Where are you, Capricorn? Yeah. I'm sorry, I meant Aquarius. Where are you, Aquarius, in this cycle, in your life? And here I have Morte, the Death card. I've got the Vanity card, which is Superbia, vanity. And then I have Amica, the female friend, which speaks to harmony. This is a card of success. Where are you? I'm at a moment when I'm ready to release. You're ready to release, and that will bring me success and harmony. Understanding, what am I not understanding? I'm not understanding that the process requires you to release. Now, what is coming to you? This Nine of Wands, these burdens. I have happiness in the heart, allegrezza al cuore. I've got pietre preziose, these gifts, and bambino, the child. These are cards that are telling you one after another that what is coming to you are burdens that will allow you to understand that something has to go. What is coming to you are gifts in the form of spiritual messages that are telling you that's enough. What is coming to you is a new beginning, and you'll understand that through the new beginning, I have to get rid of something. I've got to get rid of something. Now this, what is to be released, the King of Coins, I've got malinconia, melancholy, gran consolazione, the great consolation, and then vedovo, the widower. And gran consolazione talks about abundance, talks about financial abundance here. And this melancholy is a look back, just like nostalgia. You get nostalgic and you start looking back. You turn your head. back. And the widower, mourning the notion that economic value, that money, that things are no longer serving you. And if you have an earth sign in your life, they may not any longer serve you. Also, the card that talks about how to release that animosity, that Seven of Swords, I have here Consolante Sorpresa, the consoling surprise. I have Fortuna, the fortune, and Riunione, the meeting. You remember I said, what have you created? Well, love, and what is love? Love is spirituality, unconditional love, giving. Now here, how can you release? You release in love, in facing and communicating. This talks of facing the decision to release and actually communicating straightforward, in a straightforward fashion. I understand that things are difficult sometimes, though. Let's take the runes and see what they have to add. Let me wet my whistle. Thank you. Now, what can these runes add to this? I knew one had to go on the floor, and I've got it. I found it. Now, let me turn them over. Where art thou? Where art thou? Some interesting runes, my goodness. For the card that says, where are you? And you're not seeing, you're not understanding certain feelings. And some of the feelings have to do with when someone passes. Typically you find that someone gets ill and they're very strange things that happen. And you can't understand why things in the universe go that way. What is the meaning for that? Those are also emotions that you are not understanding. But Hagal here, Hagal and Hagalas are talking about, it's not only those situations, Aquarius, it's not only those situations. There are many different situations that involve our emotions that we don't understand. Why do I feel? What moves me to cry when I see certain movies? Does it mean that I really need? Does it mean that it's so sad that I cry? Or does it mean that there are things in that movie that bring me to tears, move me to tears, because I need to release my emotions as well? Here I have Rido is Merkstave. Rido talks about not going, you are where you have to be. You are where you have to be, despite the fact that we saw the Chariot, to release that person, that situation, the notion of leaving your money behind, your goods behind. We're going toward a spiritual path. Rido is telling you are in the right place. You are on your path. Then I have Thurisats here is Merkstave, and Thurisats is always such a difficult rune. When it comes out, I want to put it back in, but Thurisats is telling you, okay, you've got to do it now. You have to do it now. You can no longer put it off. You can no longer put it off. Then I have Awats, and Awats is also a journey rune, Brightstave, that talks about you don't put it off any longer, then you can go forward. If you deal with it, then you can go forward. Now we have Otala Brightstave, and that talks about facing the situation that needs to be released will give you the key to it will give you the key to open and understand what it is about your spiritual journey that needs your understanding and why now. Also, I have Awats here that talks about you being protected in any kind of decision that you make. The most important is that release. Then I have here two runes that are interesting. One is Kinats, and it's Merkstave, and it tells me that there is still something that you're not understanding. And it has to do with your emotions, as we said, but there still is something that you're not getting. as if you're not clear, Aquarius, whether it is the emotional side to your life that has such importance, or is it the other side of your life, the work, my service to the community. I'm a physician, I'm a doctor. That must be important. That must be important. And then you start thinking, is my spiritual life part of what I do? Is this service? Is this, so you're pondering all these things. And here Diag is here to tell you that this is a time when you can allow yourself, you have the luxury of pondering these things, because it's through these musings that will make it possible for you then to go down your soul's journey, your soul's path. Very interesting, Aquarius, very, very interesting. I do hope this was of help to you. Like and share my videos if you find them of use, if you find them interesting, and subscribe. I would love that. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great April. And until we see each other again, I will be back soon. Bye-bye.